All right, so my my first thing I want to talk about is, and this sparked my interest in this was yesterday. That's how psychotic I am. I had this concept and this question yesterday. I had the podcast thing kind of in the mill, but like all of this stuff, all of my supplies came yesterday. And then I'm doing it. So the first question is basically what happened to me yesterday morning, and it was, I'm doing my thing. I'm not even podcasting. I'm just my hood up, my headphones on. I think I'm journaling. It's 5:15, and my daughter, I just hear her. She just wakes up, and I'm like, "You're joking. You're joking." And I was already annoyed because my husband left right at 5 a.m. actually to go play golf, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me. Like, I just need this hour. I just need this hour to like fill my cup in the morning." It didn't happen. And then she lost it even more, and she woke up her sisters, two other sisters younger than her. One of them likes to sleep, and it was like so mad that she woke her up. Like, she's like, "They woke me up." And I'm like, "I know, I'm so sorry." And the younger one, the 2-year-old, is like, "Morning." And so I'm like, I am trying to be happy, but I'm also like really, really mad. So I want to know, what is the neuroscience behind why I get so frustrated with my oldest daughter? Why do we all get so frustrated with our kids, but specifically my oldest daughter? And there was so much information that I like learned from that. So long story short, I was frustrated with her. I plugged this into ChatGPT in the morning yesterday, being like, why am I so frustrated with her? Like, it's all back on me. Like, I know this is my fault because it's a kid. It's the morning. Like, we have kids. Like, they don't always do everything you want them to do, you know? So I'd like to share it with you guys. So the core neuroscience, what's happening in our brains, and I'll attribute it to myself, right? For mom, what's happening in my brain, mom's brains, is our nervous system is reacting before our thinking brain basically turns on or can. When our oldest pushes our buttons, the brain often goes a stimulus threat detection reaction, not stimulus reflection response. That's because the amygdala, which is the brain's threat detector, your oldest usually activates that amygdala more than your younger kids. And it's because it spikes cortisol, which is the stress hormone, narrows your attention, reduces access to your prefrontal cortex, which again is that prefrontal cortex is the planning and the logic. It also is patience and empathy. I didn't know that, but that is also where the prefrontal cortex is. So in those moments of frustration, you are literally operating with less access to reasoning and emotional regulation. Let me read that again. In the moments of this frustration, you are operating with less access to reasoning and emotional regulation. So it's not a character flaw. You're not a bad mom. It's biology. And your oldest usually mirrors you most. And neuroscience shows that parents have heightened activation when a child, this was mind-blowing to me, has like your own personality traits, has your own dysregulation patterns, and you're seeing kind of your childhood unmet needs. Like, what? Your oldest likely thinks like you, feels deeply like you, and challenges authority and structure in ways you did. Put me in the ground. That was eye-opening. So eye-opening. When it says you're heightened by your kid because they reflect your own unmet childhood needs, stop it right now. I hate to say that because it's like, I had such a great childhood, and so does this kid. My kid has such a great childhood. But there are some things that are deep that I'm just figuring out, that I'm like, oh, she's doing probably what I was doing when I was a wee little thing. And that kind of hurts. That kind of stings. So what's happening in our brain again is it recognizes what's happening, but it doesn't know how to stop, right? And it also knows, your brain knows that this is important. So this recognition creates emotional overload, which comes in a form of irritation and frustration. Thought that was super interesting. Also, your brain assigns more responsibility than we probably should to the oldest. It shows that your oldest is usually like the practice child, which I was like, oh, that sucks. I wasn't the oldest child in my family. I was the youngest. I was only the second, but I was the youngest, and my brother was ahead of me, and then it was me. This being said, neuroscientifically, expectations are higher, predictions are stronger, emotional investment is deeper. Your brain has built a denser neural map around her behavior. So in your head, your mind, your brain, you're saying things like, she should know better. Why is this still happening? I've explained this already, right? Each unmet expectation creates prediction error, which the brain experiences as our favorite word, stress. Okay, so stress, frustration, snap. Because I yelled at her. I was not proud of myself in that moment. I also think it's important to mention why it feels so intense, because like I was so intense in that moment and so mad that I took it out on her. She freaked out. She woke up the whole house, which so it made it even worse, like combating fire with fire and yells with yells. It was not good. Not good. And as soon as I did it, like I felt sick. I felt sick to my stomach because I knew I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be that mom. I didn't want to make her feel that way. So it broke my heart. In the same time that I am so frustrated and angry and upset, I freaking cried and I broke my heart because I reacted like that. So your oldest is unconsciously tied to your parenting style. So this, her triggering your parenting, I thought that was super interesting. She triggers your identity as a mother. That's what it said. And I was like, yes, what? So she basically makes you question, am I doing this right? Did I do the right thing? Am I failing? Why isn't this working? Why can't I do this? So like her behavior makes me feel like I did something wrong. So right. So this is the kicker. This is going to be the line of the episode, because I was like freaking out. Like, so here it is, ready? When something feels like a threat to identity, the brain reacts 10 times stronger. So you're not just reacting to behavior, you're reacting to fear, self-judgment, pressure, exhaustion, all at once. So that, my friends, is why it's incredible. Everything comes back to us. It's like, I didn't get my me time. I didn't get my alone time. I didn't get this. It's like your needs weren't met. Your cup wasn't filled. Your experience wasn't had. It was taken away by this person. So I'm going to attack this person to make myself feel better because I didn't get what I need. So I'm not feeling good. Another thing, and I'll kind of wrap this up, talks about the nervous system fatigue, right? It lowers your tolerance. And me specifically, as a mom, a teacher, entrepreneur, also an already deep thinker and empathetic person, my system is already at capacity. So when it's tired, which I wasn't even tired, I don't know, but when my nervous system is tired, I guess, minor behaviors feel major, tone feels disrespectful, repetition feels unbearable. Your brain is saying, I don't have enough regulation left. This comes out as frustration. I will say this actually happens at bedtime a lot too, where I am exhausted. I don't have anything left in the tank, right? Like I mentioned, I need my sleep, but because I like to wake up, but my morning is where I'm like fired up. So the end of the day, I don't have much left in me. So bedtime for us is difficult because I'm like, you gotta help me out here, kid. You gotta go to bed before I lose it, before I freaking lose it. And again, the way we all want to lose it, I can do another episode on like why bedtime is so frustrating, because pretty much the exact same stuff. It's this neuroscience of like, because we need a break. We want to go, and I don't even know, I have nothing to go do. I mean, it's just to go like be on my phone or go like sit on the couch and watch a show, to go like have a glass of wine, to go have like dinner with my husband. I just need like to be done with that identity. I don't know if anyone can relate. I think most moms can, because we're all just doing our best to like figure out, and like when they say when you're flying, like put your mask on your kid first. I mean, sorry, they don't say that. They say put your mask on you first, then your kid. It's like, if you aren't taken care of first, no one else can be helped, which again is just mind blowing, because we run, no gas in the tank, nothing left, depleted, and we think we're like running at our best self. I personally know that after I have a great self-care day, even an hour by myself, I have moved from light on, scared I'm gonna, pull over and be run out of gas, to at least like a quarter tank. Like if you can just get a quarter tank, I'm cruising. Half tank, flying, right? Full tank, I am a new person, right? Usually the mornings are when I've got your full tank. So anyways, some little tips, basically what helps in neuroscience, and like I said, we're going to wrap this up, is regulate before you correct, right? So your daughter cannot calm, your immune system, only you can. Same thing for vice versa. You can't calm your daughter's nervous system. You can absolutely help guide them, but they have to eventually learn to do it themselves. So slow exhale breathing, drop your shoulders, breathe, look away briefly. I don't know why it says that, but this shifts activity back to the prefrontal cortex. And another thing I learned that I was teaching my little ones, because again, we're emotional over here. I think that comes with the age, it comes with the territory. But we do this thing where you smell the flowers, blow out the candles. We try to do that. I tell my kids that. Smell the flowers, breathe out, or blow out the candles. Smell the flowers, blow out the candles. I love that. And I tell them what that does, what slowing your breathing does. It makes your body feel safe. It tells your brain that you are safe. So when they're in this moment, it really, really helps. Anyways, also silently identifying what's happening, like my amygdala is activated. This will pass. It shows that if you identify what's happening, it will be better. And I said that to my daughter. I was like, Mommy was really, really frustrated. Like her brain was overwhelmed. I just said like her brain was overloaded in that moment. I know I didn't handle that as well as I could have. So I'm sorry. And she was so appreciative. Like gave me a big hug. I gave her a big hug. And you know what I mean? Like we were good at this, but I will say that like if you have I'll wrap this up in my own terms. There's more I could go over, but I feel like, if there's a more, how do I word this? If you have a good bond with your daughter or your kids, I really, really, really think that you will have success with being vulnerable with them and letting them know like, hey, I'm parenting for the first time, especially your oldest. Like I tell her all the time, like, hey, you made me a mom. You get this special connection with me that none of your other siblings do, because I think we're hard on her. She's the oldest and we have to take care of the other, the baby, and then the middle kid, the poor middle kid. It's a whole nother conversation, So it's like how you talk to them. And I tell her, I'm like, I'm figuring this out every day too. So, if Mommy doesn't do things perfectly, it's because she doesn't, and I'm never going to be perfect, and I'm never going to like have this, perfect answer. I'm never going to respond perfectly to how you want me to respond. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to give my best. So I feel like it is 5:59 and I gave myself 1 hour to record these podcasts. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to my next episode and my next question. Happy last day of the year. I hope everybody has an amazing last day of 2025. Let's raise a glass to that. Cheers. Happy New Year.